This is the Hlookup function. The difference between the Hlookup function and the Vlookup function is the orientation of the data. For the Hlookup function, our fields are orientated in a horizontal orientation. Now, for this example, we will look at this table, which we have called persons. We will look up the state, company, and car. And the Hlookup function will refer to this field, C16. It'll look into this table called persons. And for the state, we will look in field 2. For the company, we'll look in field 3. And for the car, we will look in field 4. So first, let's look at Richard. Now, Richard is from the state of Louisiana in this case. He works for the Army, and he drives a Toyota. So we will hit enter. Richard, Louisiana, Army, Toyota. Let's look at David. David, California, Boeing, Mazda. And the table, California, Boeing, Mazda. Let's look at Ann. Kentucky, Lockheed, and Ford. Kentucky, Lockheed, and Ford. And Samuel should say Texas, Dell, and Nissan. So when we hit enter, Texas, Dell, and Nissan. So how do we create this? Let's go to our example. We have a table here. Let's highlight it. Highlight only the data, not the titles. And we will call this table persons 2. Let's go ahead and enter a person, Richard, and look up the state for Richard. So we'll put an equal sign H lookup, refer to the reference field C16, comma, the table array would be persons 2, the field for the state is 2, and we'll make the last one false. For the company, we'll go to Hlookup. The reference field is C16. The table array is persons 2. And the row or field in the table that we're referring to is 3. So we'll put in 3 and make the last one false. The car, we'll put in Hlookup, refer to C16, look at the persons 2 table, look in field for the car, field 4, and make the last value false. So Richard, Washington, Navy, Honda. Washington, Navy, Honda. Go to David. David is Oregon, Navy, NASA, Oregon, NASA, Chevy. So when we hit enter, we should see this data appear here. Oregon, NASA, Chevy. Go to Ann. We should see New York, Apple, GMC. So when we hit enter, New York, Apple, GMC, and for Samuel, Florida, Google, Mercedes, Florida, Google, Mercedes. So this is the Hlookup function.